pretty special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Van Vliet. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Outside, Dort, 5 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Rockets now. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Emphatic 2 points from Green. Great to see him being aggressive and not settle for jumpers.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Here's Şengün, and Şengün throws it down.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Holmgren with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good D by Thompson.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Houston. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. They kick it out to Green. Back to Şengün. And some nice passing there by Houston. And Green gets it to go.
Oh, not even thinking about it. When Green is catching and firing like that, you know he's feeling it.
Now here's Williams. Screen by Hartenstein. Knocked loose. Brooks with it. Dort covering. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift them to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup." Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special.
Gilgeous-Alexander just taking the initiative, driving to the cup with purpose.
Thunder trailing by 10. Launches it. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Doors, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out. Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Count that one for Dort.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Now here's Green. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the first. And Green slams it in.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Thunder.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson with it inside. 20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Van Vliet wide open. No good with the triple. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen on Van Vliet. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. He got it up. The shot, no good. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Rockets ahead. They lead by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Jabari Smith is out there with Tari Eason. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Houston leading by 4. Here's Whitmore. Driving to the basket. And Whitmore throws it down.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
For 3, Mitchell. Eason grabs the board. Rocket shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Here's Adams. Banked in off the glass.
This is Steven Adams at his absolute best. This guy is a high percentage shooter because he understands how to use his frame.
Mitchell looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wallace outside. Here's Caruso. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rockets on offense. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Back to Whitmore. Now Eason. He has yet to score. And that one's good, Whitmore.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Williams, a screen on Holiday. Mitchell against Holiday. Will it go? And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Houston leading by 11. Eason down low. Defended by Caruso. There's the line to the hoop, and it's Smith finishing it off.
This is the belief Smith's teammates have in him, which is why they look for him to take that shot.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The drive by Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Williams. That one's in, his first shot this game. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Mitchell against Holiday. The second chance effort. The rebound by Mitchell. Thunder trailing by 11. Williams sends a screen for Mitchell. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Rockets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Eason passes to Adams. Smith with it, working on Williams. Mitchell with it, now defended by Adams. Wallace attacking, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Cam Whitmore.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Got a piece of it, taken away by Williams. And now, in transition is Wallace. Here we go. Mitchell left side. Williams, a screen on Smith. Here's Mitchell. Eason grabs the board. Rockets leading by 9. Holiday dishes to Smith. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Caruso finds Wallace. Outside, Williams pulls it up. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so it's Houston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans half-court shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And the wide open shot from Green. No good on the triple. Thunder trailing by 11. Dort kicks to Williams. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. Knocks down the 3 ball. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Hartenstein can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 10. Outside, Green. Thompson outside from past the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. To the middle. A nice shot by Hartenstein.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can score it, so you have to respect it. That sets up his passing game. What a pretty delivery.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul. Brooks against Williams. Out to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Hartenstein with the screen on Van Vliet. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Houston shooting their first free throws of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points in the game. A three-pointer, no good. Rockets leading by 9. Van Vliet on the wing. Out to Brooks. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Green. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. 1:44 left to play in the third. Good on the shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter.
You can see the ball handling ability of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Moves with precision, creates opportunities in pick and roll action. That's nice.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, two-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Thompson. Dort against Green. 4 on the clock. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low, Thompson. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. 12 points from Amen Thompson. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Holmgren with a screen on Van Vliet. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
That one is no good. Outside Williams, driving the lane. Dort wide open. Traps in the tray. Dort's got 6.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible.
Amen Thompson, he's feeling it tonight. And he has been the driving force for the Rockets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with it. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. At the guard position, Van Vliet and Green. Dylan Brooks out there with Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Thompson. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Williams passes to Holmgren. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses from short range.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Thompson passes to Şengün. The Thunder pull it in. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. A nice shot by Hartenstein.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Brooks kicks to Thompson. Out to Brooks. A 3-ball. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams' shot is off. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Brooks with no one around. Another miss by Houston.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
The kick out to Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
This throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Pass to Hartenstein. Williams for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Now just show off that basketball IQ, Mr. Fred Van Vliet. Pretty pass, sir.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
Here's Brooks. Nice move. And it's good on the way up. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Well, Brooks is always working hard for this team. And here it pays off with a huge basket.
Outside, Dort. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now defended by Şengün. It is good.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Thompson. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 5 assists in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. And Thompson sends it back. Pass to Şengün. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Thunder trailing by 3. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To tie it up. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Brooks, the pass to Şengün. Second shot opportunity. It falls.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, there's a level of aggressiveness that you must contend with Gilgeous-Alexander on the offensive end. You'd love to see him force the issue.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Holmgren against Thompson, and that's a foul called on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation. Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. They break the hard.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer.
everybody. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports. Tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point guard position.
SGA from way out there, knocking down the 3.
Edwards against Dort. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. McDaniels with it. Pass to Edwards. 6 to shoot. The 3. Here's Gobert. Offline with a baseline jumper.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Shoots over Randle. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Edwards, that's good.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And here's Holmgren. Outside, Williams. Screen by Holmgren. From deep. Williams, that's good.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
BA, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal, and they're on the break. Pass to Gobert. Now Edwards. Shoots. Again, the miss by Edwards.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's picked up by Conley. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
They grab their own miss. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
Well, the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
Edwards against Dort. 20 feet out. Here's Randle. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Hartenstein a screen. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, Minnesota.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
McDaniels can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Dort with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Dort. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. There's the triple. Edwards pulls it in. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Edwards fires from way outside. Can't connect from long distance. The Thunder have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniels. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. McDaniels with the rebound. Edwards against Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards can't hit.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
He can't get it to go. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Thunder. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for the Thunder guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Alex Caruso is out there with Williams. Then there's Mitchell, then it's Williams, and it's Wallace in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Reed can't hit.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Counted from distance.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
And Williams over to help. DiVincenzo on the wing. Miller, the pass to Reed. Sinks it from distance. Reed's got his first 3 points of the game.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Ingles passes to Reed. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Oklahoma City's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And here's Caruso outside. Hits the trifecta. Caruso's got 6.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Miller, a screen on Williams. Reed, good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Ingles against Caruso. Williams, a screen on Ingles. And here's Caruso outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And stolen by Caruso. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Miller pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Alexander Walker. The offensive rebound. Good on the shot.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. The 3 from Mitchell. And that one fall for him. He's 0 for 2. The Timberwolves have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Reed passes to DiVincenzo. Pulls up on the wing. Here's Miller. Up top, Ingles. DiVincenzo against Mitchell. Outside Reed. Over Williams. And Reed with a basket on the assist by DiVincenzo. Give him 8. Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. It's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
And another miss by Oklahoma City. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Launches the 3. Miller, the pass to Reed. Here's Caruso. He's got 6. To snap the cold streak. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Minnesota shooting their first free throw in this game. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Reed. There's the three. Mitchell grabs a miss. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Williams from long range. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. The three, DiVincenzo. The Thunder with the rebound. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of this one. For three, Mitchell misses.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And the Thunder in possession here. They trail by 1. Williams against Miller. The kick out to Williams. From deep, Mitchell. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
What an ending to the first half. A buzzer-beating three to take the lead.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Thunder leading by just 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You look at Naz Reid, what a contribution here.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for Minnesota, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. From undrafted to a key rotational player. Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
Williams on the wing. McDaniels covering. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein a screen. The three. Randle pulls down the board.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
They get it again. Play into his strength. Gobert inside.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. And the three off target.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Edwards for three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Great open look there. Dort's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Dort not lacking confidence with that kind of look.
Edwards for three. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
It's Edwards on the wing. Dort defending. It's scooped up. Gobert passes to Edwards. McDaniels from long range. Nails it from beyond the arc. McDaniels got himself on the board with a three there. Dort against Edwards. Dort outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Hartenstein. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with it. 5 to shoot to the inside. Easy 2 for Holmgren.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Conley passes to Randall. Back to Conley. It's McDaniels on the wing. Pass to Edwards. For the lead. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Hartenstein's got a rebound, number 5 here tonight. Williams. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shot from the wing. Shot is good by Edwards. Edwards has got 12.
That's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Look at Shea playing big inside.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Outside Edwards. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Beyond the arc. He buries it from 3. Edwards got 10 points in the quarter.
And this is how confident Edwards is. Feels like he can sink these shots whenever he wants.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. It's a 1-point game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the paint. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Conley. The floater. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams against McDaniels. Now Williams from deep three-point land. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. Anthony Edwards has been on display. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City trailing. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Who poked away. Dort with a steal. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Knocks it down from distance. And now it's a 5-point Thunder lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
And Williams drops them both. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and again, it's Oklahoma City.
Assertive shot by Gilgeous-Alexander, not giving him a chance.
Edwards for 3, gets the 3 ball to go.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
The 3 is up. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander on the assist from Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 points here in the second half. Pass to Conley. This one for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Now Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Williams. Here's Edwards. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Edwards can't hit.
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And here's Edwards outside. He buries it from 3. Edwards has got 6 points in the quarter.
Wow, Edwards almost makes it look effortless, like the whole team wasn't holding their breath right there.
Gilgeous-Alexander punches it home.
Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
Picked by Gobert. Edwards, the pass to Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes the 3. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander. Timberwolves trail by 5. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time he might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Edwards with it. Hartenstein covering. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Takes a 3. On target from range. Edwards got 24 points.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Conley. Dort with a steal. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Offensive rebound. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniels. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Oh, he buried the 3.
Say it with me now. S-G-A. Get it done.
Now Randall. He's covered by Holmgren. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First person on the foul. Second team foul.
Edwards against Gilgeous-Alexander. The deep 3. Randall pulls down the board. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Off target with the 3.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but we really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Oklahoma City now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Holmgren. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. That 3's off the mark. So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. I'm sure. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Alongside Brent Bear.
a great defensive matchup this evening in this one.
Well, I tell you what, it is for me, Kevin. I mean, I like to see defense take center stage sometimes. I love when teams get after it and make it hard for each other to score. And if you're a basketball purist, this is must-watch TV.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Randall, and it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Conley, lock at 6. For 3, Edwards. Brooks grabs the board. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Randall. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Goes back up. And it's laid up and in by Conley.
It's always a positive thing for this offense when Conley puts pressure on him. You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Here is Edwards, following the basket by Fred VanVleet. Over Green, Edwards with another miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Launching off the ground and throwing it down with ease. Boy, can Green get up.
The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. For 3, Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Green. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time. Hey, it's hard not to gush about Green. I mean, he's one of the more exciting talents to enter this league in quite some time.
Gobert with a screen on VanVleet. For 3, Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Randall following the score by Houston. To Gobert. Green against Edwards. To halt the run and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Brooks. Pass to Şengün, beyond the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Şengün's got 5.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big league.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Edwards, that's good.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Out to Thompson. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 6.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Conley. Gobert with a screen on VanVleet. A three-pointer is right on target. Conley's got it back down to single digits for Minnesota.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Here's Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. .27 seconds left here in the first quarter. He takes it in, and Edwards slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Can't connect from short range.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Rockets. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Rockets.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Miller is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Joe Ingles, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
A shot by Alexander-Walker, no good. Rockets leading by 9. Out to the right wing. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here's Whitmore. Off the inbound, no good. Timberwolves trail by 9, and Cam Whitmore picks up the foul.
Whitmore.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Reid against Adams. Miller sets a screen for Reid. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Adams.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the dunk by Eason.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
Ingles dishes to Miller. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Back to Reid. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action.
Here's Alexander-Walker. Hits the 3-point bomb. Alexander-Walker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Whitmore. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And the 3-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
Holiday, the pass to Smith. Now Eason. Here's Whitmore. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Here's Eason. Reid with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eason. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. When Naz Reid is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and, you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things, too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections. He goes after loose balls. He gets you extra possessions on the glass. He steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
And Adams kicks to Holland. Houston moving it around. Here's Whitmore. Defended by Alexander Walker. Lays it up off the glass.
And Whitmore, a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Ingles finds Reed. Ingles with a screen on Adams. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Ingles against Adams. Eason gets a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 4. It's stolen by Eason. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. 1:04 left in the first half. Here's Smith. And there it is for him.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
Smith against Miller. Takes it inside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Adams, second shot opportunity. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
The Timberwolves shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws. Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Here's Eason. Here's Adams. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Pass to Alexander Walker. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
That will count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's a tie game here in Houston. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
28.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Naz Reid with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Running the wings, they'll go with Green.
Mercy, mercy me.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Clark famously, Fred VanVleet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size, but man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred VanVleet has done. He is an incredible basketball player, smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
You are an unselfish playmaker. I appreciate that. By the way, green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks.
Timberwolves ball.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. McDaniels against Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Right side, Edwards.
Well, it's Green's effort that makes him effective as a defender in addition to his athleticism, but usually he just simply outworks folks.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Gobert dishes to Randall. Pass to Edwards. Gobert with it. The 3. A nice shot by McDaniel. McDaniels got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Şengün with the ball. He's got 5. Now Van Vliet, the 11-footer, and it comes off the front of the rim. It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 6. Comes up empty down low. Rockets have on 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The shot by Thompson, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Edwards passes to Randall. Back to Edwards. Randall with a screen for Edwards. For the lead. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thompson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Here's Şengün. Cans the shot from the wing. That's 7 points for Şengün.
This speaks to how assertive Şengün can be. I love when he makes quick decisions like that there.
Randall, a screen on Van Vliet. Conley kicks to Randall. Gobert down low. Şengün covering. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Randall.
It's too easy for him when he's that close. The defense has to put a body on Gobert inside.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. A new lineup here for Houston. Holiday looking for an opening. Over to the left wing. Ingles against Easton. The kick out to Holiday. 6 to shoot. From the arc. Adams. Here's Smith. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Trains the three-pointer. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 3 now for Minnesota. Here's Holiday. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Miller, the pass to DiVincenzo. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game, and it's Miller with the jam.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo, an unselfish player always looking to make the extra pass.
And Holiday kicks to Smith. Looking to end the run. Offensive rebound. Adams. Missed inside. Minnesota leading by 5. Craig, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Holiday, the pass to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. When you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes, tip the scales.
The three for DiVincenzo. No good on the last second attempt there. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so Van Fleet will bring it up for Houston. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randall. And it's Conley in at the 1. And Thompson kicks to Şengün. Kicks it out to Van Fleet. His three-pointers off the mark. Minnesota in the lead. Edwards looking it over. Conley with a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Green finds Van Fleet. Brooks with no one around. Misses the three. Edwards against Green. Randall is screen on Green. Here's Edwards. That one doesn't go. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And it's Thompson with the jam.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Oh, here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Green. Here's Edwards. Strong move inside by Edwards.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Van Fleet against Conley. Thompson, a screen on McDaniel. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
It's trailed by 3. In the corner, it's Van Fleet to tie it up. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And Edwards slams it in.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Here's Thompson. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. Stolen by Brooks. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. The shot by Thompson, no good.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
For 3, Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to ease up off the threes.
Out to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Green against Edwards. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
A shot by Thompson. No one's around. Knocks down the 3 ball. Thompson's got 11 in the second half. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. There's Anthony Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün.
Edwards does not back down, even if it means taking physically hard contact. He's fearless.
Second one is good. Aim both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Van Fleet passes to Green. Thompson for the triple. And another 3 for Houston.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
And here's Edwards. It counts.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And George Johnson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They get it back. And Şengün is right there.
And that is a gigantic shot from Alperen Şengün, showing he can be counted on in the clutch.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 5 on the clock. And Gobert kicks to McDaniel. Good!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. All right, DA, thanks again. Thank you for joining us.
I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak, be back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for air.
For this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4. Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Thompson for 3. The Thunder with the rebound. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. And so Şengün will bring it up for the Rockets. Pass to Green. Back to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat, and he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said, they're all looking forward to the challenge.
Thank you for that, Allie. Thompson with another miss. The Thunder have gone 1 for 3 so far. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Green. Oh, can't throw it down with one hand.
why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a three. Counted from distance. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
Outside, inside, in between. It doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Gilgeous-Alexander against Van Vliet. Brooks, the pass to Thompson. Clock at 6. The kick out to Van Vliet. The Thunder pull it in.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Hartenstein a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Checked by Brooks. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Holmgren with a screen on Van Vliet. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. Brooks outside. On the take. Back to Thompson. Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. He has 7.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 points in the game.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face. And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. From deep three-point land. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Rockets have gone 3 of 8 so far. Green for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. So it's Oklahoma City now. Williams from long range. It's hauled in by Houston. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Şengün passes to Van Vliet. He got a piece of it. Williams from long range. Thompson pulls it in. Houston has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Great D that time from Holmgren.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Holmgren with a screen on Van Vliet. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Thompson outside. Here's Şengün. And so a tie game here as we end this low-scoring first quarter. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, what do you think about the Rockets?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
They've got Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore out there with Aaron Holiday. Then it's Smith, and it's Adams in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And Houston is shooting only 25% from the floor. Not great. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Maybe able. The Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred Van Vliet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. B.A.?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Shot clock at 5. Here's Caruso, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Tari Eason.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First free throw is good. And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. He forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instincts, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the game.
Houston ball.
And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. Hacked and still knocks it down. Great composure there. Houston shooting their first free throw of the game here. And the free throw, no good. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Outside Holiday. Smith outside. And stolen by Williams. He goes up, and Williams punches it home.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Stripped it away. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Fires in the triple. Williams has got 5 now. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
Holiday finds Smith. Back to Holiday. Here's Eason. He's guarded by Caruso. Just 4 to shoot. Outside Holiday. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. 6 points for him.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Mitchell against Holiday. Now here's Mitchell. Defense right on him. Williams, a screen on Eason. Caruso, the pass to Williams. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Caruso misses. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Eason. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City trailing. The 3 from Mitchell. The shot no good. Houston has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. And stolen by Williams. Wallace with it. Guarded now by Whitmore. And the shot's good.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
The 3 is up. Adams, shot's good. Adams has got his first basket.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Caruso outside. Williams a screen on Eason. And here's Caruso outside. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Eason against Caruso. Back to Smith. Screen by Eason. Pass to Adams. Unloads from 13. Caruso grabs the board. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. The shot by Holiday, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. That gives them the lead. And now a 3-point Thunder lead. The Rockets have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. On the wing, Whitmore launches it. The Rockets with another miss. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Eason. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Oklahoma City ahead, up 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, even with the extra attention he's getting from the defenders, he's finding ways to excel.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. Hartenstein with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using that size.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
You know, it's hard to understate the value Van Vliet brings to this team, Richard.
When you look back at Toronto's championship in 2019, he made some huge plays. When the moment got big, he came through and came out on top.
And a two-handed jam!
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rockets with a rebound. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. With the tip, the putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
Dort finds Hartenstein. Van Vliet against Gilgeous-Alexander. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets trail by 3. Brooks outside. Thompson against Holmgren. Thompson passes to Green. Got a piece of it. The 3 from Thompson. Hartenstein pulls it in. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Fires the 3. And Dort with the bucket on the assist from Holmgren. So Dort's got 5.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Oklahoma City has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Williams with it. Checked by Brooks. Gilgeous-Alexander against Van Vliet. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And Brooks has got the ball here for the Rockets. 9-point game. Yep, that one goes. Thompson's got 6 points in the quarter.
That first step is so dangerous with Ahmed. I mean, he was just gone.
Hartenstein with a screen on Van Vliet. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander. The Rockets have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Count that bucket. And now just a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
A big triple, Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Williams against Brooks. And a nice finish on the layup. Brooks has got his first points of the game.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. That one's good for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Van Vliet finds Brooks.
Blocking foul called.
It's his first trip to the line.
Second personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best.
32 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 points. That one goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points.
And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Houston shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. That one's off.
At the line for Houston, Thompson.
And he's good on the second.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Thompson. Takes it inside. Oh, he cranks it in! Right on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Goodness.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that higher difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Amin Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And that one's good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Van Vliet. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Here's Thompson. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
And attacking with reckless abandon. Somehow Thompson able to get through.
And Oklahoma City shooting just 38% for this game so far. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Jalen Green.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. And a foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Here's Brooks. Thompson outside. Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Van Vliet. Gilgeous-Alexander punches it home.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. From downtown, it's hauled in by Houston. Sengun's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Inside, here's Thompson. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Williams from long range. Thompson pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Outside, Green. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. And the Rockets lead by 1.
He can get it down off the dribble or off the catch. Green is just a flat-out shooter.
Outside for Dort. Here's the 3. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, I always saw that as an effort foul. If it happens once, coaches usually let it slide. You just don't want to make it a habit.
Back to Thompson. Pass to Sengun. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th.
2 minutes remaining.
6 to shoot.
2 minutes.
The kick out to Williams. 3-pointer off the mark.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Thompson passes to Sengun. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Brooks from outside. And Houston, another 3.
And this team is counting on Brooks in big-time moments. And guess what? Dillon delivers.
Hartenstein with a screen on Van Vliet. Thompson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Dort. The D's right on him. Williams from long range. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Green with the ball. And it's Dort picking him up. Pass to Sengun. Out to Thompson. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Defensive foul. Isaiah.
And that one misses. Here's Oklahoma City now. They trail by 6. Look at Gilgeous-Alexander sprinting to the cup.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
Outside, Green. Back to Sengun. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
Yeah, they need to focus on scoring every possession and not turning over the ball. Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Out of bounds, the Oklahoma City's ball.
Brutal play at this point. It's frustrating because they battled so hard all night. Slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Here's Brooks. And close on the shot, even with the foul. Now 2 free throws. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein. So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. Can knock it down, and they really needed that one. And so the big win by Oklahoma City in a tight game. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown
impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
That bucket in no time at all.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now here is Conley. Pass to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Conley's shot is off.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Sinks the triple.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Thank you, David. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Misses the jumper. Oklahoma City's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And a wide-open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. The long-distance 3 is buried. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. Fires the 3. Thunder with the rebound. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Williams. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the...
And Edwards with the stop.
Well, just look at that power. Edwards is unbelievable.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Edwards finds Gobert. Back to Edwards. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches it from deep. Offensive rebound. Here's the 3. The tray. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. 12 points for him.
Incredible range from Gilgeous-Alexander, making a tough shot look easy.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Randall right side. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
You
You just can't give Edwards a look from deep.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Edwards. And he connects with the jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Thunder up 1. From Target Center, some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Miller is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Reed. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. From downtown, rebound Minnesota. Last year, coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
They get it again, kicks it out to Mitchell. And here is Wallace. Shot clock at 6. Williams passes to Wallace. Puts up a deep 3. The shot will not fall. Timberwolves trail. Pass to Alexander Walker. Miller with a screen on Wallace. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Thunder have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And here's Mitchell from the arc. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Reed with the screen on Mitchell. The wide open look here for Ingles. That 3 off the mark. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Great open look there. Mitchell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Alexander Walker. Banked in off the glass. Alexander Walker's got his first basket.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
For 3, Mitchell. Ingles with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Ingles with the screen for Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
DiVincenzo passes to Reed.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:57 left now here in the second. Pass to Miller. From 13. Rebound by Mitchell. The Thunder with the lead. Now Wallace. Still yet to score. The shot missing. Here's Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound. Williams with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Wallace. Off target from outside. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Miller kicks to DiVincenzo. Puts up a 3. The Thunder pull it in. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and that three-point shot really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Mitchell against DiVincenzo. Williams a screen on DiVincenzo. For three, Mitchell. Reed with the rebound.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The blocking foul is called as the shot goes down.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
The Timberwolves shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. Under trailing by 5. Williams sets a screen for Wallace. Lets the three fly. It's good from long range. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. Now here's DiVincenzo. A three ball. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Timberwolves lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Outside Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. That shot is off. Thunder trailing by 3. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Takes a 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Edwards. To the paint. Shoots the 3. They grab their own miss. John laid the pass to McDaniels. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Gobert with it. Still scoreless. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Dort. Randall dishes to Gobert. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Dort. The Thunder with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 3. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too. So I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pulls up, looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Gobert the pass to McDaniels. Randall outside. For the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And the Thunder, another 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Thunder trailing by 6. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniel. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Randall gets to Conley. Stolen by Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Holmgren with a screen on Randall. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
McDaniels finds Gobert. Over to the wing. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley gets the bucket.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Conley dishes to Randle. 3-pointer. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. Offensive rebound. Pass to Conley. Lets it go with the 3.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Bounce pass from Randall. Gobert finds McDaniel. Timberwolves passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Edwards cashing in from outside.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. Shoots. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Randall has got the ball here for Minnesota. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Edwards, no good. Thunder trailing by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Spins. Dort against Conley. To the inside, McDaniels. That's in there. Conley with the assist. McDaniels got his first points in this one.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal to take the lead. Minnesota with the rebound. To the middle, Holmgren with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Beyond the arc. And it's blocked by Conley. Gobert the pass to McDaniels. And here's Edwards. Fires from deep. A rebound by Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City trailing. Jacks up a three. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got his 5th rebound in this one. And there's Edwards on the assist from Randle. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
There's a minute 34 left in the 4th quarter. Lock at 6. It's to Gobert. Top of the key, McDaniels. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. And here is McDaniels. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Gobert finds Randle. And to Gobert. Edwards against Hartenstein. Randle outside. Pass to Edwards. No one near us. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And now a 10-point Minnesota lead. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The offensive rebound. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Here is Edwards. Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. This one for 3. No good. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
So the Houston starting five. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Alperon Şengün out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1 spot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Houston shooting their first free throws of this game. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. And it's the Rockets with the ball, and Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Here's Brooks. And stolen by Edwards.
Not the best pass, guys, and the defense took full advantage.
For 3, Conley. And he buries his first look.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch-and-shoot game. All right, Mike.
Puts the move on. Şengün, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Now here's Conley. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Edwards the 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. And Brooks has got the ball here for the Rockets. It's a 5-point game. Thompson in the post. Randall's there.
Almost inescapable, that 7'9" wingspan. Send it back, big Rudy Gobert.
Pure from 3-point range. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. After the basket by Houston, Gobert finds Conley. Here's Edwards. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Conley from deep. Offensive rebound. Pass to Randall. It's stolen by Green. They're running up the floor. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Outside McDaniels. Randall, a screen on Green. Edwards, that's good.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you gotta work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it, and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Randall, a screen on Green. McDaniels passes to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. Brooks with the rebound. Rockets trail by 5. Here's Thompson. And he drives in.
That first step is so dangerous with Amen. I mean, he was just gone.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. And it's stolen by VanVleet. Pass to Green. Brooks against McDaniels. The drive by Brooks. It's tipped. Here's Thompson. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
McDaniels, a screen on Green. Connects from downtown. Edwards got 9 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
There's 47 seconds left in the first. Back to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Jacks up a three. Here's Gobert. Thompson pulls it in. Rockets trail by 4. Down low. Here's Şengün. And no good. Randall with some nice D. Outside Conley. Takes a three. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
You have got to be aware of where Mike Conley is. He's so capable outside the arc.
Thompson counted. 10 points for him.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Green. And that's not going to go. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets, starting the second. Smith out there with Steven Adams. Then there's Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Holiday in at the 1.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards. DiVincenzo, pass to Ingles. Drills it from deep. Ingles has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Back to Smith. Pass to Whitmore. They get it back.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Ingles passes to Alexander Walker. Now here's Reed. And there's a 3-second violation. Rockets trail by 6. Outside Holiday. Now here's Whitmore, covered by Alexander Walker. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. And here's Adams from the arc. Houston with another miss.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Now here's Whitmore. Yet to see a basket. Outside Holiday. Smith with a screen on DiVincenzo. Holiday passes to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Eason can't get it to go. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Miller right side. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Rockets have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Rockets trail by 8. Here's Eason. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Minnesota's gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Such a wide open look. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The the Rockets have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Eason against Ingles. Outside Whitmore. Outside Holiday. Right wing. And there's Smith. That one's good on the assist from Holiday.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Miller finds Reed. 1:46 left in the second quarter. Here he goes. A slam dunk by Reed.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Smith, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
On the wing, Ingles. And Minnesota again with a bucket. Rockets trail by 10. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And the number 3 pick in the 2022 NBA draft, Smith Jr.'s ceiling is considered to be very high.
That one's no good.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
Minnesota shooting their second attempt at the line tonight.
What you love about Joe Ingles is he's going to give you a little bit of everything. He can score it, he can pass it, he can board it, and he can guard. Whatever you need, he's going to bring it.
Reed for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Right side Whitmore. Oh, he can't sink it. He's 0 for 3. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 13-5 run. Pass to DiVincenzo. Three-pointer. The shot no good. Rockets trail by 11. Three-pointer, Holiday. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Ingles. DiVincenzo, pass to Ingles. Now Miller. Over Smith. Miller can't get it to go. On the wing, Whitmore. No good on the 3. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
And get ready for the big half-court shots. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shots.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amen Thompson.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's McDaniels. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Edwards with it. Van Vliet covering. Out to the right wing for 3. Conley hits a three-pointer. Conley's got 9.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Count that one. Minnesota leading by 12. It's stolen by Green. Up top, Thompson. The kick out to Van Vliet. And here's Green from the arc. The putback. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Lets it go from deep. And Edwards with the basket on the assist by Randle. 12 points for him.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
Gobert with it. Check by Brooks. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Now here's Edwards. He's got 14. Houston shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe of the game. And the free throw, no good.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
Rockets trail by 14. Green going at the D.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
He's had just one attempt at the line earlier. The first one falls.
At the line for the Rockets, Jalen Green.
And both free throws good for Green. Minnesota leading by 12. Left side Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. Edwards got 17 points.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Brooks, the pass to Thompson. Brooks against McDaniels. Outside, Green. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Van Vliet. Three-pointer. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And here's Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for Minnesota. Edwards looking it over. Over to the wing. Fires for 3. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brooks finds Şengün. Back to Thompson. Brooks, the pass to Van Vliet. Green for 3. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 18. 52 seconds left in the third. Randle, a screen on Green. Green against Edwards. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Van Vliet right side. Right wing to end the drought. Şengün, no good. Minnesota's got 4 of 8 attempts to fall from deep here in the third quarter. Offensive board. The kick out to Edwards. Minnesota again missing. High post Green. Working on McDaniels. Back to Thompson. Hits the target from 18 feet. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
Here's Edwards. Oh, did he get it off in time? He did! How about that?
Are you serious?
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota, getting it done from range. He's hit 6 triples so far. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So the Houston 5 right now. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Thompson out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5. And here's Edwards outside. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Rockets trail by 16. On the wing, Green. Guarded by Edwards. Oh, hey! How about that?
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
Now here's Edwards. Randall, a screen on Green. Edwards finds McDaniels. 6 to shoot. And here's Edwards outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Green in the lane.
And fighting his way through. Green not afraid in there with the big boys.
The Timberwolves lead by 12. And here's Edwards. Outside Conley. There's the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
To the middle. Şengün with a steal. Here's Green. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Conley against Van Vliet. Pass to Edwards. Randall, a screen on Green. And here's Edwards outside. It's hauled in by Houston. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Outside Edwards. Over Green. Ooh, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so Şengün will bring it up for the Rockets. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Edwards with it, and it's Şengün picking him up. Again, the miss by Edwards.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
1:44 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards just pulling his way inside.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact, doesn't bother him.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Minnesota leading by 8. We've got 1:23 left in the 4th. To the right side. Clock at 6. Conley finds Edwards. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Edwards got 27 points.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Timberwolves.
And it was dueling 3-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And what a huge performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Goes up from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Houston. 32 seconds left in the fourth. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, we all know he's a good scorer, but Green also facilitates very well.
Conley passes to Edwards. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rebounded by Green.